Next on Worcester News tonight, watching out for women in the wake of two high-profile incidents in Boston, what a Worcester club does to protect its visitors. Plus, a 3-alarm fire damages 2 businesses in Worcester. The owners are left to pick up the pieces. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. Temperatures are not rising too much across central Massachusetts today, and there is a chance of rain and snow Wednesday night. Let's send it right over to meteorologist Tim Kelly for a first look at our forecast.
Yep, bright, brisk, breezy today, cold tonight. We're watching the development of a major storm. There's one system coming through Washington near Seattle, some more snow. Another one coming across the Baja Peninsula, and we're going to have a mega storm forming right over the middle of the nation. Now, the storm is going to track well to our west, so we're going to miss the severe weather. It's going to end up bringing warmer air and some rain in by late in the week. Outside right now, the wind is still coming from the northwest. As the moon starts to set around midnight, the wind will go light. So there's going to be frost and a little bit of black ice when we wake up in the morning. It's cold. 15 to 20 degrees, so we're on the cold side of the front tomorrow. By lunchtime, the snowbanks are melting again. It's about 35 to 40. Clouds are going to come in tomorrow night. This is a warm front. There may be a few raindrops or a snowflake as that warm front goes by tomorrow night. That'll hold the temperature above freezing. And then we have 48 hours of temperatures in the 40s and 50s with some rain on Friday before gradual cooling and a pretty nice St. Patrick's Day weekend forecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Tim. A meeting in Boston today where city leaders are discussing safety around bars and nightclubs. It comes in the wake of the kidnapping and death of a young mother. Here in Worcester, one city hotspot says they are always on guard to protect their customers. Our Anna Botari joins us live. She's on Main Street downtown with more. Anna?
Boston police met with Boston nightlife venues today to discuss safety in the wake of 2 recent abductions. Today we spoke with venues in Worcester like the Palladium on what they're doing to keep women safe. Safety concerns for women are on the rise after 2 high-profile abductions in Boston.
This isn't a women's issue. This is a community issue. This is a societal issue. This is an institutional issue that has to be addressed on multifacets.
Heidi Sue LaBeouf counsels women who are victims of sexual violence. She says the discussion shouldn't be about blaming women or their friends. It should focus on why the violence happens.
Start looking at what's going on in society that makes people think that they can harm each other so violently and horribly.
Tuesday, Boston police met with Boston Night Spots to discuss safety. In Worcester, the Palladium says it's their top concern.
First thing is a great security staff. We have over 40 security staff members. Second thing is we use security cameras. And we have paid police details that are here for every single one of our events.
General Manager Chris Besaw says they're an all-age live music venue and are very strict with their alcohol policies. Security personnel are also placed throughout the venue as well as at each door.
When people are entering and exiting, they're looking to see if there's anything that's not quite right, and they can step in and get involved and bring the police details involved if they need to. We also core check all of our security staff members, so making sure the right people are working here.
Besaw says safety meetings are also a crucial part of their day-to-day operations.
Every single night before an event, we have a staff meeting, we have a security meeting. We also have a security meeting with the tour that's coming through. So we're always constantly updating the policy for that night and any new regulations that we're enacting or the city is enacting.
LaBeouf says she encourages meetings like these.
Coming together as a community, having these conversations and figuring out solutions really is what we need to be doing more of.
And LaBeouf says she hopes that conversation continues. Live in Worcester tonight, I'm Anna Botari, Worcester News Tonight.
A pickup truck crashes into a Millbury home early Saturday morning, severing the gas meter, causing the home to go up in flames. Thankfully, all 5 residents were able to get out safely, but the family's dog ran away. The 6-year-old black lab has been spotted several times, but the family says she is skittish and afraid to go near people. Anyone who sees Coda is asked to call animal control.
She's missing part of her left ear. She was one of our rescues. She's sweet, gentle, but very, very, very skittish. So if she's called, she's going to run.
And a Facebook page fundraiser has also been started to help the family raise money to replace their belongings. Business owners are picking up the pieces after an early morning fire on Lincoln Street. The fire department says the flames were very intense and owners are in disbelief about how much damage it caused. Our ROSLYN FLAHERTY joins us live now with the latest. ROSLYN?
Olivia, the 3-alarm fire broke out around 3 this morning. One business that was destroyed has been there for years and just re-signed their lease.
I don't even know what to say. It's like, wow.
The business Jaslyn Blandino's parents own is destroyed after an early morning fire.
This was like one of my first jobs. I've always helped my parents.
The Worcester Fire Department says the 3-alarm fire broke out around 3 a.m. at this commercial building on Lincoln Street. The flames and smoke described as very intense when firefighters arrived.
This fire had been smoldering for hours. It was a labor-intensive fire to overhaul.
R&R Urban was one of 5 businesses impacted. Blandino says the store sold a little bit of everything like clothes and phones. Her family's been there for 11 years and they just renewed the lease.
Everything's gone. Everything, even there's water damage downstairs. Whatever's not damaged by the fire is damaged by the water.
As Blandino looks over the damage Tuesday, her family now has to figure out where to go from here.
Now what? From here, we just 2 years ago we lost our apartment also to fire, so it's like now our store.
The cause of the fire remains under investigation. ROSLYN FLAHERTY, Worcester News Tonight.
A recent outbreak in hepatitis A across the state put health officials in Worcester on alert. They were able to try and stop the issue from spreading too far. The city's Quality of Life Task Force and other agencies spent the last few months checking in with the homeless population to make sure they are vaccinated against the disease. Doctors at St. Vincent Hospital say vaccinations are crucial to stop the spread of the disease, which is typically common in homeless people and drug users.
People shed the virus in their stool, and therefore if they don't wash their hands properly or if there's poor personal hygiene, etc., then people can transmit it. And these are folks who unfortunately don't have access to good hygiene issues and water, etc., and so food safety is a problem for them as well.
And according to the Associated Press, most shots were given at the more than 50 clinics held at homeless shelters, drug rehab centers, and soup kitchens. Auburn police identified the man accused of stealing a purse last week. They say the suspect is 42-year-old Darrell Gallivan of Worcester, pictured here. According to police, he smashed a car window at the Auburn Mall and took the purse. They've issued an arrest warrant for him. Police advise people to never leave valuables in plain view in their vehicles. Dozens of first responders and law enforcement officials meet today for a special training at Worcester State. 75 officers from local and college police departments took part in ALEC training, also known as the Autism and Law Enforcement Education Coalition. A Southbridge police sergeant who has a daughter with autism spoke about the importance of interacting with the developmentally disabled field.
The whole presentation, they either take bits and pieces of what I presented, retain it, and then bring it back to their PDs, whether they're on a call and they need to retain it, whether it's the terminology or the behavior that they saw in the videos, that they kind of rely on that information and hopefully make a reasonable, responsible, compassionate decision with whatever the call that they're handling. And all of these calls are going to be completely unique and challenging, to say the least.
And today's training was hosted by the Worcester County District Attorney's Office. IHOP is celebrating their annual free Pancake Day Tuesday. In Shrewsbury, dozens were enjoying a free short stack of their original buttermilk pancakes. All donations will go to Boston's Children's Hospital. And from now until April 14th, $1 from the sale of every Oreo Oh My Goodness pancake at IHOP will go to charity. The pancake was created by 6-year-old Brody of Worcester.
We give free short stacks of pancakes away and hope that people will give a donation to Children's Miracle Network. It raises money for less fortunate people. It helps them when they go to the hospital, expenses and things like that.
And free pancakes are available until 7 p.m. tonight.